This fall at Finley Stadium, head coach Russ Huesman and the Chattanooga Mocs are defending their third straight Southern Conference crown.
Give every ounce of energy you got on every snap for 60 minutes.
Rep the seed this fall with the Mocs.
Near side and hit it in the backfield. Breaks a tackle, 40, breaks another.
Hit hard, stays on his feet, the extra effort, and he's going to go in.
Picked off, it's going to go for 6.
This season, it's all about us.
Go play like Chattanooga. Go play like the defending Southern Conference champions. That's what you are.
Welcome to Inside Chattanooga Football with head coach Russ Huesman and the voice of the Mocs, Jim Reynolds. Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies. Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler. FSG Bank, a division of Atlantic Capital, proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics.
Welcome to Inside Chattanooga Football. Chattanooga Mocs football team went to Greenville, South Carolina last Saturday, came home with a 21-14 win over the Furman Paladins. Not an easy win, but we'll have highlights of that victory in the program today. Also, Southern Conference game this Saturday. Mocs take on Sanford. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff. Conference game number 2 this Saturday at Finley Stadium, 2 o'clock kickoff. Also, we'll take a look at the Mocs Volleyball team. Head coach Travis Filer's team had a pretty good weekend competing in the Hampton Inn and Suites tournament, knocking off Ole Miss in the final game of that tournament. All that and more when Inside Chattanooga Football returns in just a moment.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies.
Tough schedule, and Furman's, they've done that quite a bit in the last few years, and it's tough. I mean, it's tough when you got to play, a ranked team, but I'll tell you what, if you watch them and how well they played Michigan State, both sides of the ball, and I don't know if everybody realizes it, it's 21-13, and Furman's got the ball in Michigan State's territory, first down, and throws a pick, and the Michigan State guy makes a phenomenal interception, one-handed deal, and then it got to 28-13. So, that game was a really good game against a fantastic football team. And then, Citadel, they're top 15 in the country. Everybody thought they were going to be good. They are good. And, Furman had a chance to win that one too. So we understand that Furman's a really good football team. They're well coached. They've got players. And, it'll be a big-time step up in who we're playing this week. It is tough. And, because when you're playing a non-conference opponent, you're playing the game, but when you get in conference, every game counts. You're trying to win a conference championship, and everybody's excited to play that game. I think this conference is fantastic this year. I think there's a bunch of teams that are going to compete for a championship when it's all said and done, and but it'll be hard week in and week out for anybody. Yeah, that score 31-3 sounds a whole lot better than what it was. Jacob probably had his worst game of the year against Furman, and they had a lot to do with it. They missed a double move on us. They probably would have went up 10-0, we got a 14-3 lead, and Lucas Webb makes an unbelievable pick, to get us up there comfortably, and then we scored our last one really, really late. So, it wasn't like that score sounds a lot worse than what it was. I mean, that could have been a 14-10 ball game. So they were good. They were really good against us last year. We just were fortunate that a couple things bounced our way. They drop a pass, and next thing you know, we get the momentum. But they're healthy this year. I think their quarterback's playing at a great level, and they got a freshman running back from Ensworth up there in Nashville that's a really good player. Looked like he belonged out there against Michigan State. So, and then they got some wideouts that have been in the program for a long time. Up front, they're big and physical, and then defensively, they're playing probably as well as anybody in the league. They're second in the league right now in total defense, and we're first, but if they would have played Presbyterian and shorter, and it would have been vice versa, then obviously they'd be first, no question. They got a good defense. They're well coached, and Bruce has got a defensive background, and I think they're solid all the way across the board.
There's nothing more exciting than watching the Mocs win. It's the result of teamwork and effort. At FSG Bank, we help our clients reach their financial goals. We have an experienced team of bankers who can help you, whether it's your personal finances or your business. FSG Bank is proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics. Bank in the right direction. Bank with FSG.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler.
Really proud of our team's resilience and toughness. That was kind of our calling card a good bit as far as last year and the run that we had last year in 2015. This year we haven't had to do it as much. We've either won in 3 or we have been on the other side of that against some really good opponents.
TSU was a very good learning experience. It's a tough one, but we stayed strong through it, and we were grateful that we had the chance to come out again that night and show what we were really about. Coach came into the locker room after that loss and dug into our minds that loss means a learning opportunity, stay strong. So I think that really stuck with us, and we were pretty pissed, but as a team we came together and
played probably one of our best sets of volleyball, I think, to open up against Ole Miss in the first set.
We really battled, and we came out, that first set was unbelievable. Like, the team played very well.
And then struggled for a bit and really found ourselves with our backs against the wall in multiple occasions, especially the fourth set. I think we were down 18-13.
Well, we came out of timeout, and Berg actually went on a run, and that really, she brought the team up. I mean, when others were down, she, was the girl that came in and, hey, we're gonna do this.
It was a team effort. I think everybody's mind just switched to, okay, we're not losing this game. It's just not gonna happen.
And I think our crowd really helped us. Being at home was a big thing that brought us through.
Contributing factor.
Yeah, there you
go. Then in the fifth, we found a way to obviously win the fourth, get it to the fifth set, went down really quickly, 4-1, I think, when I took my first time out. At the switch, it was 8-4, then it was 12-8. We got them out of system, and then I thought we were really disciplined in our block and our defense to transition those out of system swings by Ole Miss into points, into opportunities to score. Then came up with just some really big plays.
As long as we keep the ball alive, with our passing, the defense wins games, so I think that's the most important part.
So to be able to do it twice, to go to 5 this weekend at home, come back the way we did against App State going down 2-0, come back in the set, 4th and 5th set against Ole Miss is huge.
The girls on the court and the girls on the bench just know that we're too good to let down and break down like that. And
anytime you can win a Power 5 match is huge, but especially against a really talented, really well-coached program in Ole Miss, who I think is going to make some really big noise in the SEC. It makes for an even bigger win.
Davenport hits off the block. Mocs take it home. They take home the win against Ole Miss. This just happened. It just happened.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by FSG Bank, a division of Atlantic Capital, proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics.
Furman Paladins, the Ottawa product, starts on the defensive line. Benefield flares it out to Derek Crane, lowers his shoulder pads, and right in the area to pick up a first down. Warren and Leslie, the two linebackers for the Mocs, Pardue the dime, trying to flare it out near side. That's bobbled again, but caught and then hit around the 38, so no gain again. That's one of those. From the gun, play action, dropping back, now forced from the pocket and hit and brought down all the way back at the 34-yard line. That'll be about a 9-yard loss. He escaped one. Shotgun, Derek Crane stands in back of him. Crane gets the call, goes straight up the middle, and he's got about 10 or 12. Right up the gut and passes the 20-yard line. I think that will give him just enough for him as of yet. Sends Stovall in motion, and Stovall gets the carry, trying to turn the corner far side, gets a block from a receiver, turns it upfield, and gets the first down. That didn't look like it was going anywhere until he got one final block, and there was just enough room after the no score. Mocs and Paladins. Benefield throws it on the run. He's got a receiver. It's up in the air, and C.J. Board with the catch. Touchdown, Chattanooga. He had two receivers on that far sideline, and there was only one defender. You got to like your odds. C.J. Board makes the catch, and UTC on the board at the 4:31 mark, right at the 30-yard line. High snap, and it is blocked. And it is blocked, and so the Mocs defense, they come through again. Little bit of a high snap, and so the woes continue for that Furman football team, and Will, I'll say this, kind of a happy sideline, wasn't it?
Boy, a happy sideline. And I'm not sure who that was. It may have been Keontae Davis in the middle, but somebody timed to jump perfectly and got all of that ball. That was a great play.
For Furman, second down. Hands it off far side, running room, far sideline, and handing off to the running back, C.J. Board. And Board easily picks up a first down. Three receivers far side, one on the near side. That's Stovall. Benefield to throw over the middle of the field, puts it on there. There it is. James Stovall makes the catch inside the 5-yard line. They lined him up at the tight end spot and then had him sprint down the hash mark, cut it in near the post, makes Chattanooga. Crane gets the call. Middle of the line, season opening, lowers down shoulder pads. Is he in? That's the question. Yes. Touchdown, Chattanooga. Mocs Derek Crane gets it in the end zone. His second touchdown run of the year. Chattanooga takes a 13-0 lead over the Paladins. Running back in back of him. He drops back, wants to throw, being chased again by Isaiah Mack and brought down back at the 15-yard line. They'll combine on the sack. Isaiah Mack slowed him down. And then for Chattanooga getting there, Nakevian Leslie starting right at the 30-yard line. Benefield drops back, wants to throw, has time, slings it far side, one-on-one coverage up in the air, and it is caught.
Holy cow.
Caught over the shoulder by Xavier Borashati. You talk about an inside shoulder pass. Dropped it right over that inside shoulder. Xavier Borashati made the plan in the first half. Benefield slings it out far side. Borashati cuts it back inside the 10. Struggles his way, gang tackled around the 4 or 5 yard line. There is a penalty flag down right at the line of scrimmage. And again, let's see what that's all about.
That happened so fast. I can't imagine that flag from that position being anything.
Benefield keeps and stumbles his way in. He was going down because no contact and just dove at the end saying, if I'm going down, I'm at least going to make a lunge to the end zone. He does. Alejandro Benefield with the rushing touchdown for Chattanooga. 44 again, a 4-man front for Chattanooga. Hannon, boy, being rushed again and brought down. A Zaxby's sack back at the 35-yard line, and they were coming with gusto that time. I think Taylor Reynolds, who could have gotten the sack for an onside, and there it is, and it should be, and the Mocs field it and go down immediately. Wise move. I'd say they've probably been coached in that area, and I think it was Alejandro Benefield that caught it. Yeah, it was Benefield who catches it on that second hop. Final score, Mocs win at 21-14. Chattanooga goes to 3-0 on the year.
There's nothing more exciting than watching the Mocs win. It's the result of teamwork and effort. At FSG Bank, we help our clients reach their financial goals. We have an experienced team of bankers who can help you, whether it's your personal finances or your business. FSG Bank is proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics. Bank in the right direction. Bank with FSG.
Welcome back to Inside Chattanooga Football. I'm Jim Reynolds, joined by Mocs head football coach Russ Huesman. Coming back from a conference win, coming back from Greenville. I think you guys probably got in about 3 a.m. That's always fun. It's more fun, though, when you come back in town at 3 a.m. with a victory.
Correct. 3 a.m., 3-0. That's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, good win. We made our share of mistakes, too many penalties, no question about that. But our guys found a way to win a football game, and we're 1-0 in the league.
I think there were 9 penalties on the day. Probably didn't do enough on third down to make you happy. And some of the numbers were actually pretty even in that game. Fortunately, the score was not one of them.
Yeah, I mean, we hit a couple big pass plays that really helped us out, kept us going. But, 2 for 9 on third downs is not good enough. And the penalties are kind of wearing me out a little bit, JR. I don't know if you we had one penalty and offsides, and we have like a 12-yard sack, and it's not only the 12 yards, but then it's the 5 yards, then it's another down, and I don't know if people realize how critical those things are, and we're gonna have to cut back on that for sure, and play cleaner football.
I thought you guys really played a physical game. I thought your defense played pretty well, except for maybe late.
It was a physical game, both sides. I mean, yeah. Furman was extremely physical. Their defense played really hard and played really well. I mean, we were fortunate, to get some of the plays that we got on them. They got a good football team, and going out of Greenville with a win against a team I think Furman's going to win some games this year. I think they're going to be competitive. But, yeah, it was physical.
Your team offensively didn't keep a sustained drive alive very often, but did well in the third quarter, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, getting 14 points in the third quarter there to make it 21-0, and then it's on me. I know everybody out there says, why do you get conservative? And it's not Coach Durden, it's not the offensive staff. And I told our team this, that it's me, and let's run the football. Let's go ahead and win this game the way we got to win the game, and so we really got conservative, and so I'm to blame for that, but we're just trying to get W's.
Just talking to some of those defensive guys after the game, what they said was, and I don't know if they were echoing you or just knew, they were talking about finish the game strong, and all of them said that's what we have to work on this week.
Yeah, I mean, we got a little loose in the fourth quarter as far as, not covering them like we're supposed to cover them. Again, a couple penalties hurt us in the fourth quarter, and that's on us. I mean, it has nothing to do with anything. I mean, it's they're penalties, they're on us, and we made the mistakes. But and give Furman credit too. I mean, he threw one ball. I mean, like he was getting drilled and completed it for a 27-yard gain. So I think Reese Hannon did a great job of coming in and really gave him a good spark. And so it was a tough fourth quarter, but somehow we got it.
Sanford this weekend, they have a couple impressive wins already so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, to beat Central Arkansas, who's probably picked to win that league, was a big one. And, it was 35-29, but, Sanford was, had a comfortable lead on them. And Central Arkansas scored a couple times late. But, I think Sanford controlled that one. They got a talented football team.
They're not bad. Just promise me one thing. If you win Saturday, if you get a conference win, you'll at least be happy after the game.
On the radio show with you?
Anytime.
Well, thank goodness we got Todd up there because he makes my day when I come up there. Other than him, I don't even want to come in that room.
That's the happiness I'm talking about. We'll have highlights of that game next week. Mocs and Sanford Saturday. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff at Finley Stadium. Southern Conference game number 2. For Inside Chattanooga Football, I'm Jim Reynolds.
Inside Chattanooga Football has been brought to you by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies. Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler. FSG Bank, a division of Atlantic Capital. Proud to be the official bank of UTC Athletics.